Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the crypto trading channel, your favorite one of them all, where in today's video I'm going to show you the top 3 trading secrets that you need to know to be profitable in both crypto and forex trading. Now I'm going to get straight into it, looking at Bitcoin's chart, a little macro view, a little top-down analysis, which also ties into exactly what I'm going to be talking about. But before I get into it, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below with your favorite thoughts and questions for ya boy. Now, first and foremost, we're looking at Bitcoin's chart, right? What can we expect from Bitcoin? I did say 10K a few times in the past few videos, and if you haven't watched them, make sure to go check them out as well. But what do I do at the start of every single video? I use a top-down analysis approach. So I go from the weekly time frame. First and foremost, I take a look at the candles on that time frame, then I move on to the daily. If I see something that I like or don't like, doesn't really matter. After the daily, I get a look at the 4-hour time frame, and so on and so forth. So this is my first tip of the day. Use multiple time frames, right? It is a very important concept, and it can show you a few things that you wouldn't see if you weren't observant enough on one single time frame. So for example, on the weekly time frame right here, there's nothing too significant, right? We had a huge breakout of this correction pattern. We had a nice blue candle for the past week, and right now we're not really breaking the low, we're not breaking the high, we're just consolidating. So currently, because the weekly candle is closing in about 5 days from now, we're not really seeing any movement. If you move on to the daily candles though, you can see something pretty interesting. So you can see some bearish momentum starting to build up, which can be seen by today's daily candle making a wick up first and then starting to move towards more downside. Now, if you move further onto the 4-hour time frame of Bitcoin, you can see that we have a beautiful zone of support right here. And in the moment, as I said in the past video, that we break out of this zone on the 4-hour time frame, I will be looking for short opportunities from here. So that's Bitcoin, but you can always go a little bit deeper. Now, if you move on to the hourly time frame, you can see that the zone is being rejected by this candle right here, which is completely normal. It's a lower time frame. And if you move on to the 15-minute, you can see this rejection happening live time. You can plot another zone of more significant resistance on the 15-minute time frame, and you can maybe take a trade based on this, looking for a small move towards the upside. But I prefer to catch these bigger moves because higher time frames mean you have more confirmation. There's more information going into that move, which means it is a more confirmed move, which is a safer option for me personally. The second tip of the day that I could give you all is to use your zones on all of the time frames that I've mentioned before. Use your zones of support, use your zones of resistance. So what do I do when I start my top-down analysis? I plot zones out, right? This is the most important thing that I do in every single day of my trading. All I do is, for example, find a zone that acted as a resistance in the past, acted as a support in recent times, acted as a level of consolidation, also at some point with pressure from both sides, also acted as a support another time recently, which means it is a strong zone. It's an area of value that we need to focus on. Now, there's a few of these other zones in the chart, and if you can spot one of them, it would be right here. So you see on the weekly candle that we do have a zone of support formed right about here. We have another support formed right about here, not allowing the price to move down below the 30K level once Bitcoin was all the way up here. But since we did make a head and shoulders pattern, since we did started to move bearish, we finally broke this support, which was strong once again, pushed the price up slightly, but then we had some strong bearish momentum pushing it straight down and breaking out. Now on the daily time frame, you can see some other zones, right? You can see a little intermediate zone right here, but I wouldn't take too much significance from that one. So what am I going to do on the chart is I'm going to plot my weekly zones with these strong white horizontal lines, just so that we can remember that they are weekly levels. And then let's move on to the lower time frames. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see a pretty interesting zone of resistance right around this area right here. Now, price did not break out of it towards the upside. We did see 3 touches, which confirms a significant resistance for me personally, and it should for you as well. So you should look to have at least 3 touches on your zone of resistance. And as you can see, price started moving down right after and currently is consolidating on the lower time frames. Now, one more zone that I could plot out, it's somewhere somewhere right here. So this is the daily one that I've noticed, but I don't like to plot zones in the middle of stuff because you still have this dirty area right on the left. So what I do is I move on to the hourly time frame, and notice that even on the hourly time frame, we have two beautiful zones that I've mentioned in videos in the past. We have a zone that acted as a slight support and then turned into a strong resistance, not allowing price to move up for not once, not twice, but 3 separate occasions. Now we also have a very strong level of support. Wait, did I call this a support? So it's a support at this point, but it's a resistance at this level right here, or just an area of value, which we can see right here at this point. Now in the intermediate time, so on the hourly time frame, on the lower time frames, you're looking for an hourly break of this small zone right here, whereas on the other hand, you're looking for a daily break of this zone right here, or potentially a 4-hour break of this correction all together, right? So this is on the 4-hour time frame. Even on the 1-hour time frame, you can look for a breakout on both. I like the 4-hour time frame because it does provide some extra level of certainty and significance. And lastly, the last part of my trading strategy right now is look for a clear break and execute properly. Let me elaborate, okay? I'm gonna remove everything from the chart once again. What did we do once we saw Bitcoin breaking out of this huge correction pattern? Or wait, was it on the daily time frame? Yeah. So this is quite a huge correction pattern, right? And we saw price moving strongly down, making a rejection and then moving down once again. But maybe that's not the best example. A better example would be the previous correction pattern because it already happened in the past. So let's say we have the chart like this, okay? We're on the daily time frame and we see one daily candle break out of this significant level of support. So this is a support because buyers are coming in and pushing the price up. Every correction pattern acts as a strong support, right? So what happens when this first big red candle breaks out of the zone of support, right? Wait, let me actually do my thing and plot this one line in green, so you can see it more clearly. So this candle breaks out very clearly, and the next candle, what does it do? It makes a break. It makes a wick up. So as you can see, let's zoom into that situation right there. So this candle, it makes a wick up first, and then it breaks the low of the previous candle. Now this would be a perfect entry opportunity for me because I waited for the break, I waited for a wick up for an additional liquidity grab, and I opened a short position right as the low was being broken. Stop loss, above the previous structure of candles or even above the previous candle, which I use in my strategy, and target being where the next significant zone of support is, which we could have found out on the daily time frame, which is the 20k level, which is one of the weekly and daily zones that I plotted out in the past. So that would be the target, and this is the formation, my boys, of a perfect trade. So look at this. This is what? 4.92, 5 times your risk. If you're using my strategy, which uses 2% risk personally, that would be a 10% value trade. This one right here. So that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's get moving. Let's make some profit together. Stay here for some live trading going on in the future, in the past, and right now. Now, lastly, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should do your own due diligence before investing into anything in the crypto or NFT world or blockchain world, and I will see you all in the next video.